Hey guys, this is Jim Edward here, and I want to take some time and talk to you about social media in regards to how it can help you get more coaching clients, more consulting clients. And to be specific, as far as social media is concerned, I want to talk about Twitter. I'll tell you, as far as being on the pulse of what's current and what's now, in order to get up to the minute, up to the second information, there's no better way than Twitter. And actually, you want to be that pulse. You want to be the pulse that everyone else is checking. You want everybody to follow you, in other words. And I'm going to show you a few ways to do that. But first of all, I think what we need to do is, if you've not signed up for Twitter yet, let me just run down how to sign up and how to tweak it specifically so that you're ready and set to go before you even start, and everything's where it needs to be, where you can get the maximum out of Twitter for your business. All right, first things first, let's sign up now. You want to, of course, put your name and then pick a good username. If possible, use your own name. Password and appropriate email. Terms of service, we'll of course agree on that, and we'll create my account. And as typical, we've got a CAPTCHA here. Hopefully that's right. It'll tell us if it's not, of course. And I think we're about set to go. We'll want to skip through this, browse suggestions, skip this part, skip the portion on finding friends, and let's go ahead and search for anyone. Let's skip that as well. There are better ways of doing that, and I'll show you that on another video. And I just checked my email to confirm that we are who we are, and it's approved. So now we're all set to go. Before we get started tweeting, however, we want to go to your settings page. And let me show real quickly what we can do to maximize your Twitter power here, so you can get as many clients and potential prospective clients as possible onto Twitter. All right, here we're going to just check, make sure everything's right. I just arbitrarily put Jim Edward C in there. Email, keep it in English. Let's keep our time zone correct. For me, it's Eastern, of course. For you, it will probably be different. Add a location to your tweets. I think you should turn that on. What that essentially does is actually shows, well, tweet location. It shows where the tweet was made. It's really effective if you have a cell phone, of course. You can travel from place to place and tweet about certain events even, and there'll be a nice Google map to appropriately show where everything's at. You can find out more information about tweet location by clicking the Learn More button here below, and there's a nice Zendesk article that I will put in the on top of the video here in just a moment. And then tweet privacy, do not check that if you actually want to be successful, because essentially what happens is, if you check that box, you take the word social out of social media. You lock everything up and you don't allow anyone in without your permission. It's good in certain cases, but in this case, we're trying to get as many followers for you, and we definitely don't want to turn that on. So don't forget to hit save. And we're almost ready to go. We've got password here. That's if you want to change your password. We don't want to do that. We've got mobile. We want to skip that for now. Nothing wrong with it. It just doesn't work with the methods that we're going to be using. Notices. For now, since you're a beginner, keep those on. You want to receive email messages when someone follows you or sends you a direct message. We'll go more into that later. Profile. Profile's the biggie. First things first. let's get rid of that little tweet bird. And let's find ourselves a nice picture of ourselves, preferably of you smiling. The reason's pretty simple. Smiling picture is approachable, and that's one of the main things you want to be when you're on Twitter. Your location and a website. If you don't have a website or a blog, first thing I do is I suggest that you put in your Facebook account. I have a subdomain, facebook.tribecoach.com. That will get you there. I'm going to put that in for now. Next is the bio. The bio needs to be intriguing. Now, this is where it starts to get a little specific. To be specific, what we want to do when we're in Twitter, and this leads all back to the bio and all the tweets as well, is we want to do two things when we're in Twitter. We want to educate and we want to entertain. We do not, I repeat, we do not want to sell. Do not try to sell on Twitter. I'll go into more detail on that later, but the main thing you need to do right here and now is you need to entertain and you need to educate. To attract people, you need an entertaining or an interesting bio. And we'll go into that here for myself. I coach and consult coaches and consultants on how to get more clients online. Don't forget to hit the save button. And the last part of this process is the design. You've got about 20 designs here that are all default designs that they've chosen for you to be able to use, and that's fine. But as I mentioned back a minute ago, is we want to get noticed, and it is all about grabbing people's attention. The first thing I suggest you do is change the background image. If you're interested, I'll provide you a link with about 5 or 6 alternative backgrounds that you can use, and I will pick one of them right now and you can take a look. It's one of my favorites. This is a diver, and of course it doesn't hurt to pick something that's appropriate to your market. So if you're a coach or consultant for something specific and you see something that's applicable to that, by all means use it. But more than anything, it just needs to be unique and really needs to be authentic. It needs to be what you like, who you are. So just keep that in mind the next time you choose one. And we'll save changes. And you'll be able to see that in the background in just a moment. All right, there you go. And then we'll go back up here to the home page. And you're ready to begin. All right, guys. Well, that's episode 1 here. Hope you liked part 1 and get ready for part 2, because we're about to do some heavy-duty tweeting here, and we'll get you started and get you some more followers, and be some exciting times here. All right, speak soon.